And the United Nations, well, let's talk about that. They have been under huge criticism for responding too late to the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. Today, they held a meeting, and in that meeting, India said that it is a grave humanitarian crisis that is unfolding in Afghanistan. Time for international community to contain all possible crises, and also that hope that the situation stabilizes soon.
A grave humanitarian crisis is unfolding. We have heard urgent appeals from all quarters, including from the Secretary General. It is time for the international community, in particular this Council, to act and ensure an immediate cessation of violence and contain any possible crisis and mitigate its consequences. We hope that the situation stabilizes soon and the parties concerned address the humanitarian and security issues. We also hope that there is an inclusive dispensation which represents all sections of Afghan society. If there is a zero tolerance for terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, and it is ensured that the territory of Afghanistan is not used by terrorist groups to threaten or attack any other country, then Afghanistan's neighbors and the region would feel safer.
Chaos, unrest, uncertainty and fear. Much lies in the balance, the progress, the hope, the dreams of a generation of young Afghan women and girls, boys and men. At this grave hour, I urge all parties, especially the Taliban, to exercise utmost restraint to protect lives and to ensure that humanitarian needs can be met. Conflict has forced hundreds of thousands from their homes.
All right, so you heard from India, from the UN as well, but this is the response coming in from United Kingdom and also USA.
The Taliban pledged at Doha to engage in those talks in good faith. Their actions on the ground have betrayed that promise. Mr. President, the Taliban must immediately do three things. First, they need to cease all hostilities and military action to ensure the protection of civilians and to allow the safe and orderly departure of foreign nationals and others who wish to leave. Second, they must commit unequivocally not to harbour or give safe haven to terrorist groups which endanger other countries. And third, the Taliban must honour their promises to protect and uphold human rights, including those of women, girls and minorities. We have seen evidence of Taliban human rights abuses in areas where they have taken control, including persecution of minority groups.
Humanitarian personnel and agencies must have safe, unhindered access to provide life-saving assistance to the increasing numbers of Afghans in need. And the World Food Program must have immediate and sustained safe passage to deliver this much-needed assistance. Finally and critically, all Afghan nationals and international citizens who wish to depart must be allowed to do so safely. President Biden has made clear that any action that put U.S. personnel or our mission at risk will be met with a swift and strong military response.